Hi, everybody. The first time I heard the song This Is a Call by the Foo Fighters, I was at the 12th birthday party of my first big crush. It was 1995. I had started to move away from listening to 90s pop music and was discovering I loved alternative rock. At the party, we listened to the entire Foo Fighters tape. Yes, tape. And Garbage's self-titled, you know the song, I'm only happy when it rains. I'm sorry. Now that song is stuck in your head. Smashing Pumpkins' Today was the first alternative song I listened to on repeat. It was also around that time that I began spending much of my free time at Tower Records, sampling alternative albums at listening stations, stocking up on single tapes, the occasional full album tapes, and when I had some babysitting money, eventually CDs. I sampled Foo Fighter B-sides like Down in the Park or covers of songs like Baker Street. I also recorded songs from the radio to make mixtapes. You remember those days? Sitting by the radio for hours, fingers poised on the record and play buttons. On the tape. Pause. Holding to add the Cranberries' Dreams to the ultimate mixtape. One of the titles I gave a mixtape was Hard Rockin' Wild America. Again, I was 12. Such a hard rockin' life. I know what you're thinking. What an endearing nerd. Right. Thus began my love affair with the Foo Fighters and Dave Grohl. I would soon find out that there were only 2 degrees of separation between Dave Grohl and I due to the proximity of where we both grew up. I grew up in Fairfax, Virginia, and Dave Grohl grew up in Springfield, Virginia, about 20 minutes away. His mom taught English at my high school, but retired before I started high school. A classmate told me that one of the English teachers still there was a close friend of Dave's mom. I never had her as a teacher, so even though I didn't know the woman, I had to see what information I can get out of her about my celebrity crush's mom. Totally normal. I rushed her in the hallway the first chance I got and explained to her that I was a huge fan. It would mean so much to me if she could tell me a story about Dave. I think I even asked her if she could introduce me to his mom if she ever stopped by the school. You know, I'm not sure what I thought that would accomplish. Points with the mom? She just rolled her eyes and gave me some sass because she was one of those cool teachers that was as much of a smartass as her students. So she gave me a good-natured hard time, and then she said, sure, I can tell you a story. She said that when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out, Dave's mom brought a VHS of the music video to play in the teacher's lounge during lunchtime. The teachers knew that he had dropped out of high school to pursue music, which was already embarrassing enough. So when Dave's mom played the video for them, she said the teachers were disturbed and politely told her that they wished the best for her son and hoped he would do well in his new music adventure. What's the name of the band he's in? Oh yeah, Nirvana. They could not have known then, of course, that Nirvana would knock Michael Jackson off the top of the charts just months later. The small world coincidences do not stop there. A close friend of my mom was married to a high school classmate of Dave's, and they were still in contact due to musical connections. The friend's husband owned a rehearsal studio the Foos used while Dave's private studio was being built. So my mom's friend's husband, catch all that? Offered me the opportunity to meet the Foo Fighters when I was 13. I stupidly refused the offer because I didn't want to meet Dave as a pimply child with glasses and braces. Maybe I thought I had a chance with him if I met him when I was older. I try not to have regrets, but what kind of idiot was I to turn down the chance to meet my favorite band? The opportunity was literally handed to me on a golden platter. Once while visiting these family friends, I got to look at some Foo Fighters equipment they were sorting at their house. So I ended up with a picture of me holding one of Dave's guitars from the cover signed by Dave as a result of that connection. But alas, due to my own bad decision, no in-person meeting. Who knows? He might have seen my potential and waited for me. My last chance encounter was as rare as winning the lottery. I was traveling with a group of friends in 2007. We were in the Miami airport, and as we walked towards the gate, Dave Grohl, yes, Dave Grohl himself, the coolest guy in rock and roll and possibly ever, and the rest of the band walked right past us. Dave Grohl was wearing his famous cheesy smile from ear to ear. I grabbed my friend so hard that she screamed. That didn't faze me, though. Not at all, as I started following right after them. Taylor Hawkins, the drummer, and Nate Mendel, the bassist, turned around, and I saw the rabid look on his face, and saw the rabid look on my face. I swear I saw Taylor Hawkins mouth the words, "Oh fuck, we got a crazy fan on our heels." It all happened so fast, I didn't realize I was repeating, "That's Dave Grohl, that's the Foo Fighters, that's Dave Grohl, that's the Foo Fighters," over and over again. My friend told me we shouldn't follow them, and to her point, they were moving quickly to exit the airport. It would have been incredibly awkward to try and talk to them, so I gave up following them as they neared the exit. My friend was still talking to me, but it was like the world stood still around me. I watched them until they completely disappeared. When I finally came to, I started to hyperventilate and cry. I think I was literally in shock. This was still happening when we made it back to the gate. My friends, however, were not amused and moved away from me until we boarded. Seriously though, what are the odds? I am thankful that Dave Grohl decided to go back to music after Kurt Cobain's death to record the first Foo Fighters album completely on his own. You don't have to be a fan of the Foo Fighters to appreciate the nostalgia. You remember just as well as I do back in the 90s, turning on the radio and listening to that song that changed music for you forever. Whether it opened you to a new genre or a favorite artist. No. Listen, by the way, if anyone in the audience has a connection to Davy G, hit me up. And always remember, rock and growl!